Reincarnation of a king long gone, the highest enlightened nigga sitting on top of the sun.
Yo, what is good in the hood, fam? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Danny, aka King Bub, and we're here with week 3 of Nstl. So this week we are going up against Charlie and her, what is their team name? Let me see. Accrington Stantler. So that's what we're going up against this week. She's currently 0-2 and we are currently 1-1. If you did not check out the battles from the past 2 weeks, make sure you check it out in the description. There's little playlist of the last 2 weeks battles, and that will always be in the description in case you guys didn't miss it. And then of course, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you do want to click the little notification button, I know that helps people in case the videos don't go in the sub box, because I know YouTube's being weird and stuff. So if you do care enough to do that, go ahead and just click the little bell button. It's up to you. So we're gonna get into this one pretty quick. So I'm gonna read off her team, and then I'm gonna just go into my team, explain what my thought process was and things like that, and then what she might bring, and then we'll go into the battle. So she has the Broken Mon, Aegis Slash, she has Zapdos, Clefable, Coma over Z-Move, Porygon 2, Mega Blastoise, Piloswine, Ninetales, Blossom, Venomoth Z-Move, and Carvanha Z-Move. But if you guys do hear me like sniff or cough, I'm sorry about that. My allergies are really acting up today for some reason, but I wanted to get this video out, so excuse that if you do hear that. I know it's like annoying, but let's get through it. So the scary, even though she does have an Aegis Slash on her team, the scariest thing against my team is that Venomoth. So I kind of built a little risky, and like Venomoth can actually wreck through my team if she finds out the certain sets I have on my mons. But I'm gonna explain that to you guys, and why I kind of built in this risky way. So we'll get into that. But what I think she's gonna bring is Aegis Slash, Zapdos, Clef, Como, Venomoth, and then it's between, I would say, maybe Porygon 2 and Mega Blastoise. Those two can be really annoying. I'd rather have Mega Blastoise over Porygon 2, because Porygon 2 is just annoying. We're gonna have to Toxicate and things like that just to get rid of it. So that's the 6 I think she's gonna bring. We'll see how correct we are. And let's go over my team. So first, we do see that I have Scolipede. I'm going to Scolipede with Life Orb, Rock Slide, Sword Stand, Poison Jab, and Earthquake. So let me just move my monitor so I can see a little better. So this is pretty much enough coverage to handle the whole team pretty well. Scolipede is such a great mon. So the past 2 weeks we've been using it more of like a breaker and passing speed if we do need to pass it, but this week it's gonna work on its own. If I get a Sword Stance up and I chip away, I just need a tiny little bit chip on Aegis Slash. I need Rocks up for Zapdos, a little bit of chip on Como, a good amount of chip on Porygon 2, a little bit of chip on Blastoise, and then the rest of the team just dies. So Scolipede's pretty good. So if I get Rocks up, that's already a good step 1. And then the rest is just finding a good time for Scolipede to set up, and then just sweeping. So the problem might be a little bit finding good time to set up. We can set up on Porygon 2 as long as it doesn't have a special attack, a +1 in special attack. We should be able to set up at least 1, and then depending on how much damage it's done to Porygon 2, we should be able to take it out. What else can we set up on? We can set up on Blastoise if we don't get Scald Burn, Piloswine if it doesn't have Ice Shard, so if it doesn't go for Earthquake, Ice Shard. And that's pretty much it. But Scolipede is the win condition, so anything we can do to help this thing win is the best thing we can do. So next I am bringing Kratos the Bishop. So Bishop coming here for its first week, and we are going Choice Scarf. So this is where I was talking about that I made a little bit of like an iffy team against Venomoth, because I do have Bisharp, which is a Sucker Punch mind game. So it's gonna be, I know it's gonna be at a point in the game, it's gonna be Venomoth versus Bisharp, and we're gonna be doing quiver dances and sucker punches and things like that. But I am Scarf, so the thing is that if she does find out I'm Scarf before that, no matter what I click, even if I click Sucker Punch, you can just Quiver or Roost and then just know I'm stuck on Sucker Punch. So we do have to play around with Bisharp. My plan with Bisharp is to keep it as late as possible, to be able to not be known that it's Choice Scarf, but Choice Scarf's pretty good against this team because it outspeeds a lot of his team. Fastest mon she has is base 100, so that's pretty good, and Bishop was able to run Adamant, so I think it was worth bringing the Choice Scarf. We're gonna have to play mind games. I don't think her Venomoth is gonna have Roost just because she needs the 3 coverage moves for my whole team if she wants to beat it. So I don't expect it to bring Roost, but we'll see about that. So that's Bishop, pretty much just knock off Iron Head, Psycho Cut, Sucker Punch, Psycho Cut for the Como. Also does a lot of good damage to the, what's it called, the Venomoth. But we're always gonna most likely be clicking Sucker Punch for that. And then we just Adamant and enough speed to outspeed everything with a Choice Scarf. So that's Bishop. Next we have Animoy, the Mega Latias. So last week we saw Mega Latias just 5-0 sweep a team. This week we're gonna be a little bit more of a Stally Latias, so Toxic, Psyshock, Roost, Shadow Ball. We have enough speed to outspeed Zapdos and Ninetales, and then the rest in HP and a little bit in special attack. So Latias is a really good mon. It's super bulky, so you don't have to invest in any of the defenses. Just put speed, HP, and then special attack, and it just can really wreck through a team. So a lot of things on her team is actually 2 KO'd by Latias, even if it doesn't have much special attack investment, so that's pretty cool. Toxic's there to Toxic the Porygon 2, Toxic the Clefable, because I do expect it to be unaware since Latias did 5-0 a team with Calm Mind. It completely destroys Como. Then we got, I said Toxic for Porygon 2 Zapdos, Toxic for Blastoise, but we can also hit it with a Psyshock, which still does a lot of damage, Toxic on Piloswine. So it's just a really annoying mon. It actually eats a hit pretty easily from Venomoth, so there's that. And then that's pretty much it. Shadow Ball to hit the Aegislash because we do want to chip at that away as soon as we can. So that is Mega Latias. Next we have a Haxalot the Togekiss. We got Leftovers, Flamethrower, Air Slash, Roost, Dazzling Gleam. So our spread here is just to be able to take hits from Como, either special or physical. I forget what the speed is. I think I might have just put the speed on there, but I forget. It might be for a specific reason, like Blastoise, creeping Blastoise, or creeping Zapdos, anything like that. I forget exactly. Probably not Zapdos, but Blastoise most likely. And then the rest is just defensive, special defensive, and special attack. So it's really just a wall. Togekiss just a wall this week, so we don't get swept by Como. That can be really scary. Just flinch away at things like Blastoise if she's running a slow Blastoise and things like that. So Flamethrower for the Aegislash, Air Slash for Stab, and for the Como and the Venomoth. Yep, and Blossom. And then Dazzling Gleam to hit that Como, which is straight Oko, and then Roost for health. So Togekiss pretty cool, next we have Cuties the Shaman, and Shaman is going to be really important in the team. So as soon as I saw her team, I saw that she only has one grass type that I don't think is going to be coming, and then the rest of her team is actually sort of weak to Shaman, depending on the coverage. I know she got Zapdos that can easily eat most of what Shaman has, but we are an annoying Dazzling Gleam, Leech Seed, Protect, Earth Power, Shaman. So my plan is pretty much just come in on Blastoise whenever I can. I can also come in on Como if it's special. I can eat a hit from Venomoth, also get some damage off of Earth Power. But it's mostly here to take on Zapdos and Mega Blastoise. So that's really what it's here for. But it's so annoying with Leech Seed and Protect and Leftovers. So I don't have Synthesis, but Leech Seed, Protect, Leftovers are just so good together that I'm pretty much healing up as much as Synthesis will heal me up. It's just be extremely annoying chipping away at her team because not much can actually heal up, and depending on what she brings on the mon itself, they can't actually heal up. So Shaman is really important here. It was actually a last minute addition. I didn't have Shaman in the first team I built, but then I was like, wait, why don't I have Shaman? It's pretty good here. It can be really annoying with Leech Seed Protect, so I decided to bring it. So that's Shaman. Cuties a Shaman, hopefully can do some work. And next we have Blueberry the Miltank. Leftovers, Stealth Rock, Milk Drink, Earthquake, Toxic. So Miltank is pretty good to take on Aegislash. It can take on the physical or special Aegislash, because on the special side I don't believe it gets any fighting type coverage, but on the physical side it does, and Miltank actually eats it pretty well. We have Toxic again to hit Zapdos and Porygon, Earthquake so we can chip away at the Aegislash, and then Stealth Rocks, which are pretty important. We do want to put our Stealth Rocks up because we want to chip away at Zapdos, we want to chip away at anything else that can't heal itself like Piloswine and Blastoise and Venomoth and things like that. So we do want to make sure rocks are up into this pretty point. And I did run Sap Sipper because even though Ninetales is here, we can eat hits from Ninetales pretty easily. And I just brought it in case the Blossom had grass type coverage, so we could just easily come in on that whenever we want. And I didn't need, what's that other move called? Scrappy, I think it's called, where you could hit ghost types with normal type move. I didn't need that because I didn't have a normal type move, so I thought Sap Sipper was just overall the best play. So that is the team. I hope you guys do like it. Hope we can get a win this week. So I'm gonna go straight into the battle, guys, so I'll be right there, and I'll see you right there. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we are back with the battle, guys. So if you did not watch the team builder part of the video, we brought a setup Scolipede with Life 4 with Choice Scarf, Bisharp, annoying Toxic Mega Latios, a bulky Togekiss, annoying Leech Seed Protect Shaman, and then mixed defensive Miltank. So we do see that she did bring the Zapdos, like I said, brought the Aegislash, like I said, the Clef and the Venomoth, did bring the Mega Blastoise over Porygon 2, which is pretty good, and then brought the Ninetales, which is also I didn't think Ninetales was gonna come because my team's actually pretty good against fire types. Latios eats it, Togekiss can eat them, Miltank can eat it, so I was actually kind of surprised. I also have Rotom on there that can eat it pretty well. I know it could have Solar Beam, but still not gonna do a whole lot. And still brought it, so that's kind of interesting. But that's better than Como, because Como was gonna be really annoying, and she didn't bring it, which I'm pretty happy about. I mean, it kind of makes sense because maybe Kama and Mega Latios could be a threat, a bigger threat. But I didn't expect her to bring Ninetales, so we'll see. So a matchup, it looked like I wanted to lead with Mega Latios. I was already expecting to lead with Mega Latios because I just thought it was the best lead. If you wanted to be a Focus Sash Venomoth, then I'll be able to break its Sash. Wanted to lead with anything but Clefable, I would just stay in and try to get some damage. Anything but Clefable and Aegislash. I can actually Toxic Clefable also, but I'd rather wait for later to find out if it's actually Magic Card or Unaware. I'm expecting Unaware though, but a matchup, I was thinking we should lead Latios, so I'm gonna start the game here, and we do lead with Mega Latios, and she ends up leading with the Ninetales. So I'm just gonna stay in because Dark Pulse actually doesn't 2-hit KO me unless it's a Choice Specs Ninetales, and I can get a lot of damage off on Ninetales, which is just helps Shaman and things like that. So we see that it doesn't do enough to 2-hit KO. And here I should have read the easy Aegislash play. I was about to do it. I was about to go for Shadow Ball, but I just thought it was safe to go for the Side Shock in case she does stay in. Or the other option was going for Roost. Probably Roost would have been a little bit better just because it's a non-drawback play, because I would either be in the same health I am now if she stayed in and went for Dark Pulse, or I will be at full health. So that's that. I decided not to go for Shadow Ball because Miltank is an easy switch into this Aegislash. So I do believe this is what I go into. We go into Miltank. He goes for Toxic. She goes for Toxic, I should say. And that's perfectly fine because Miltank's only really here to take on this Aegislash. And all I have to do is damage. But I think I still went for Earthquake, or I should have went for my Rocks. Yeah, I didn't expect them to stay in. Go for my Rocks because they're really, really important. I wasn't 2-hit KO by Aegislash anyway, so it was worth it. And here I stay in with my Miltank, which is maybe a little bit of a risky play. But I stay in so I can Toxic the Zapdos, because Toxic and Zapdos with Rocks up really, really helps out Scolipede, it helps out Bisharp, and it helps out Latios just to be able to weaken it pretty easily. So Miltank already doing pretty well, setting up the Rocks, Toxic and Zapdos, but now it's at really low health. So we do have to be careful about that because, like I said, this was my wall against Aegislash. So I do have to be a little bit careful about that. But I go into my Shaman here because I have a feeling it was going to go for the Thunderbolt. And we do see leftovers on Zapdos, which is pretty good. And here, I get crit. So here I go for Leech Seed, just because that's my whole Shaman game plan. But she does go for Signal Beam and actually does crit me. And that's crazy because the crit is not even a 2-hit KO. So Shaman is just a beast. But I go for Leech Seed because no matter what she does to me, either Signal Beam or Heat Wave or whatever, it's not going to be able to even close to 2-hit KO me. And with Leech Seed Protect, I'm just going to be able to stall her out. So I do believe instead of going for Protect here, I am going to go for another Leech Seed because I expect her to switch out. So Shaman already being really, really annoying. Yeah, so I just go for another lead seed on the Aegislash, which is a pretty good switch. But I do have Earth Power here, so I don't think I went for the Earth Power. I think I might have just switched out to try to get some health for my Milk Tank, but then she switches out into a Clefable, which I'm perfectly fine because I can Milk Drink here, or I can Toxic it. I think I clicked Toxic, but we're actually going to see that she brought a Choice Scarf Clefable. So that's actually pretty interesting, Choice Scarf Clefable. I guess I kind of get why, so I can maybe outspeed my Bisharp or something like that. But I can't really understand exactly why, because my team's not that weak to fairies. I don't think the Scarf Clefable does a whole lot against my team. I'll be able to beat it down pretty easily. And then we do see that it got rocks damage, so I was right, it is unaware. So we'll be able to Toxic that thing in pretty easily, and then Shamey could just lead seed and protect stall it out. So I don't know, Scarf Clefable's a little bit weird, but I guess it worked in the situation to take out my Milk Tank. I'm gonna go to the Scolipede because I know it's Scarf, and I do believe I should go for the Earthquake here in case she switches into Aegislash. It's a no drawback play because if Zapdos comes in, we already know it's not Scarfed. Either way, I'll get my speed boost, and I'll just be able to click Life or Rock Slide and take out the Zapdos as long as we don't miss, and we don't. So Scolipede already picking up a kill against an annoying Mon against my team, so that's pretty good. Scolipede already doing really well. And in comes the Blastoise, and we have a pretty easy switch into Blastoise, which is just Shaman. Shaman was going to be super annoying against her team, and I knew that that's how it was going to be. So we go into Shaman, get hit by the Water Pulse, literally does nothing to us. We go for the late seed, and the thing that she doesn't know yet is that we do have Protect. So maybe she thought going into Ninetales was going to be a better switch, and then she could do some damage to my Shaman or force a switch. But I do have the Protect, so I can easily just get that leech seed, and Shaman picks up a kill with the leech seed. So Shaman's just putting in so much work already. But this does bring in the big threat that is freaking Venomoth. So Venomoth is really annoying, like I said. In the team builder, it can just sweep through my team, so I have to be super careful. I have not showed that Bisharp is Scarf yet, so that's pretty good. That's a good thing to have, because if she knows Bisharp is Scarf, I can click Sucker Punch once, and then she just already knows what I'm stuck on, and she can do whatever she wants setup wise. And again, I don't expect it to have Roost because I feel like I needed the coverage against my whole team, like Steelix and things like that, which I did have. So I didn't expect the Roost. But here, instead of just switching out, it is not in Sucker Punch range yet, so I'm like, she's either gonna quiver or hit me, and I can eat both. So I go for the Earth Power to just put it in range of my Bisharp, is pretty good. And I was expecting it to be Z-move also, so pretty sure I thought it was going to be Z-move. So here I switch into my Latios in case you went for another Bug Buzz. Instead of Quiver Dance, I'll be able to beat it. So Latios goes down. It was pretty much a sack. Latios doesn't do much against this team anymore. So it was a pretty good sack. And here we go into Kratos, the Bisharp. We go for Sucker. She goes for Quiver. I was really hoping it wasn't Roost. Luckily it's not Roost. Again, she doesn't know I'm Scarf, so I'm just going to keep clicking Sucker Punch. And she's going to keep clicking Quiver. So here I was getting really scared. I was just saying, if she knows I'm Scarf for some odd reason, this is going to be bad. If she doesn't know I'm Scarf, then it's still going to be a mind game. So it's still like kind of against me to try to win this one. This 1v1 with Bisharp and Venomoth, because Venomoth can just sweep me. I probably should have built a team a little bit better around the Venomoth. As you see, it already got like, what, 3 Quiver Dances up, which is pretty scary. But I go into my Togekiss here just to bait the Sludge Bomb, just to see what she's gonna go for. So I go into my Togekiss. She actually went for a Bug Buzz here, so if I went for Sucker this turn, oh man, I would have got rid of the Venomoth already. So that really sucks. But I'm gonna go into my Bisharp, expecting her to go for the Sludge Bomb. As she does go for the Sludge Bomb, this time I'm hoping and praying she'll click a move, and she does. So Sucker Punch does take out the Venomoth, and if I would have lost these mind games, then I would have just lost the game right there. So again, I built my team pretty risky against her Venomoth, but it actually paid out because, again, I didn't think she was going to carry the Roost, and I just had to keep clicking Sucker Punch until she, because in her mind, I'm not Scarf. In my mind, I know I'm screwed if she finds out I'm Scarf, so that's why I kept Bisharp in the back until that moment. So that's pretty good. So here she goes into Mega Blastoise. I'm guessing she's going to go for Water Pulse or Aura Sphere. and she does go for the Aura Sphere. So Togekiss easily going to be able to eat this up and get it all back with leftovers. And I believe I should go for a Roost here just to get a good amount of health in case I was faster and she carried the Ice Beam. But she goes for a Water Pulse, so no Ice Beam. Here I go for Air Slash to get some damage, but sadly we do miss the Air Slash. It's whatever. We would have got some good damage on there for Scolipede and Bisharp, but you know, it happens. So here I'm just gonna go for another Roost, and we're sitting at pretty good health. So here I do believe I go into my Shaman because I see her constantly clicking Water Pulse, and no matter what else she clicks, it's not gonna do much for my Shaman. And I'm actually surprised she didn't carry Ice Beam, because Ice Beam was a pretty good coverage move against my team, because my Togekiss, Shaman, and Latias would all die from it. Not die, but get chipped away pretty easily. Shaman actually wasn't too KO by a Blastoise with Ice Beam, so Shaman's pretty baller. So I believe I double Leech Seed here again. I Leech Seed the Blastoise, and I know it's gonna switch out, and I'm gonna double Leech Seed, and then I believe I go for Protect, just trying to see what the Aegislash is gonna go for, or I should switch out. I think I was stacking my Togekiss, and she went for Toxic, which is kind of weird because Shaman got Natural Cure, so I could just easily switch out, and that wouldn't really do much. But here I should go for the Flamethrower, trying to get some chip damage on this Aegislash, and again she goes for the Toxic, which I find weird. I don't know if her Aegislash had Flash Cannon or Iron Head, but that's a little bit weird. But here I do go for the Air Slash, get some nice chip damage on this Fable. As we see, it is very offensive, and Togekiss just does so much damage to it. She goes for Moonblast. I get a special attack drop, which kind of sucks because now I'm doing less damage to this Clef, but we get a crit, so it's kind of like payback and payback. Not really though, because now Aegislash can come in, and I don't have enough special attack to one-hit KO it, but it's fine. All I have to really do is just put it in range for it's already in range for Bisharp, it's already in range for Scolipede, so it's not really that big of a deal. I'm more here just second off my Togekiss, so she goes for King Shield, gets one, gets two King Shield, so I was like, alright, that's pretty fair. Again, it doesn't really matter, it's already in range of Scolipede and Bisharp no matter what. But I do want to get a little bit more chip damage with the Flamethrower, which we end up doing that this turn, and she went for Sub. But our Togekiss is going to go down here, but we got the little chip damage we needed against the Aegislash, which was really important for this end game. So next I am going to go into Bisharp. I'm just going to go for Knockoff, because even if she switches into Blastoise, it has a chance to 2-hit KO with Rocks at the range it's at. She goes for King Shield, drops my attack, but Defiant boosts it back up to normal, so it doesn't really matter too much. And Knockoff, no matter what range of health it is going to die. So Bisharp picks up 2 kills this week, which is pretty nice on its debut, taking down the freaking Aegislash, the Broken Mon that didn't really do anything against our team, which is pretty cool. And next in comes the Blastoise, because that is her last Mon. Kind of forced to go for Aura Sphere, because no matter what she goes for, the Shaman can just come in. Again, I was expecting Ice Beam, so it's kind of weird she didn't have Ice Beam. She had Dark Pulse over Ice Beam, which is weird, because Ice Beam hit Shaman, Ice Beam hit Latias, Ice Beam hit Togekiss, and Dark Pulse only hits Latias, and Shaman and Togekiss just eats up hits from it. So that's kind of weird. I thought Ice Beam was a much better coverage move to have on her Blastoise, but it's whatever, I guess. All I have to do is just Leech Seed stall this Blastoise out until Shaman wins. So I believe here I'm just gonna go for Earth Power, because it can't actually kill me from this range, and then Leech Seed should be able to take it out. So we do see the Miracle. Miracle was kind of random too. Again, I thought Ice Beam was just overall way better play over Miracle, at least Miracle for sure. But as we do see, we do win this 1-3-0 thanks to Shaman and Bisharp really saving our asses. Shaman just being super annoying with Leech Seed, and Bisharp saving us from the Venomoth. I'm sure she's going to be a little mad that she's going to see that my Bisharp was actually scarfed, so she could have just stayed in there. But you know, hindsight, you never know until you actually see what the teams build. So that is week 3. We do pick up another win, so we are 2-1, I believe, +2 differential, so not that great in differential, but we are bringing it back from that big loss in week 1. Next we take on the Commissioner and Gray in his Yveltal town, I believe, something like that. So that's who we're taking on week 4. I did make some transactions. I'll probably talk about that next time, I think so. Yeah, might as well talk about it next time because it's like I made a few transactions that are a little weird. So that's that. I hope you guys did enjoy this week. We pick up another win, which is pretty good because we're trying to make it to the playoffs at least. And this team's feeling pretty fun, and Shaman is just broken and annoying. So I love Shaman. So thank you guys again for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you do want to. And I'll see you guys next week. And like always, fam, have a beautiful day.